Ouch. So I just came to walk to the my local elementary school. I feel like riding my bike today. Besides the annoying squeaky sound it was making, and the sun will be going down in probably like 10-15 minutes. So I don't have a bike light. Just the reflectors. But thinking of getting either trying to save up for a brand new bike, or find out what's wrong with the bike, or just if it doesn't cost too much, I'll get the bike fixed and just buy some headlights and tail lights on it. So if I do go out in the evening, how wide it with the lights on, or like even during the evening, because I live in California, and I'm not, to be honest, since we don't get that much rain in California. Well, last year we did. This past winter, that this past we did get a lot of rain, but since we don't really get that much rain in California, most Californians are not used to driving in the rain. So I myself find when it rains, when I used to work and it does rain, I always leave a little early, and I'm always like paying attention to like where I'm going, or like how other drivers are driving, because not only do I have to be careful like how I'm driving, but I'm always like paying attention to like how others are driving. And be honest, when someone starts driving, like they don't know how to drive in the rain because they're not used to it in California, so that kind of make me panicky. So when I'm riding my bike, most of the time, 90% of the time, I'm riding on the sidewalk. I don't think I would want to ride on a bike lane or on the street, especially once it starts raining, because people won't be what you'll be getting splashed wet. People will be like slipping, sliding, because our streets are not used to being covered in wet weather, and so yeah, we're supposed to see some rain this coming week, but when it rains, I think I'll either just go for a walk, go for a quick bike ride, or maybe both. But who knows? But for now, my bike is squeaking, and even when I'm pressing on the brakes, it squeaks. So I don't want to be like riding on it when it rains, and then I'm not getting enough traction from the brakes and the wheels itself. I don't want to be tripping, falling face first. But other than that, I need to start saying last yesterday, when I was talking to my mom in the kitchen, she just asked me to look up her address, and then out of nowhere for a school, and then out of nowhere I just got this panicky feeling, just thinking about schools and stuff. And lately I've been dreaming about like my past. I've been doing that pretty often, but it's been happening more often. I even like dreamed that I went back to the past and talked to my childhood, to myself, well, as adult to child. Like I saw myself as a child, and it's like I'm warning myself that I do be careful with this and with that. And I don't know, just waking up from that dream just had me thinking like, what's going on? I mean, a dream is a dream, but stuff like that. With those of us with anxiety, we tend to think about our dream, think about this and that so often that before, when I had dreams like that, I would just wake up, it's like, wow, that was a dream, and then I'll just like forget about it. But now I'm like thinking about it, like thinking about it nonstop, and I try not to, but that's like a habit. And what made me feel panicky when I was talking to my mom, it's not my mom that made me panicky, but just when she said, oh, can you look up the school address, because she wants to go somewhere around there, but she just wanted to know the general area. And then I was like, you say elementary, middle, high school? She said, I'm not too sure. And then in my mind, I was like, that same night, I had a dream about the school and stuff. So I think just talking about it just triggered me to having a panic. Actually, I had a panic attack. It was, for the first minute, it was really bad. Like I was in the kitchen, out of nowhere, I felt like I had to run away back to my room, and I was heading back to my room, but my legs just like trying to push me to run, and then I just like slowed myself down. I just kept walking slow and slow. Like every time my legs tried to push me, like my upper body, my legs was like trying to go fast, but I had to like slow my pace down, and I did. But when I got to my room, I just felt like I had to jump on my bed, and that itself just made me even panicky. I mean, I didn't panic, but I felt close to panicking, and I just didn't like how I was feeling. I was extremely dizzy. I felt like part of my body was like going in quicksand, like that that sensation, that symptom that like you get when you feel like you're gonna fall or you're like sinking to the ground. I felt like I believe on it, I think it was my right side of the body was feel like it was sinking down, and then my left side felt like I was lifting myself up, like someone's trying to lift you up, but part of you is going down. Like imagine someone's carrying you, like pulling you up. You fell, and then giving your hand up. They only grab you by your left or right hand. That's how I felt. So yeah, when I went to a room, I was like, man, that's the strangest panicky sensation I ever had. I mean, it didn't last long, but it was enough to like make me think about it. And I say about 85% of the time when I have a panic attack, I don't think about it anymore. I used to, like, once I'm having it, I keep thinking about it. It's like, how long will this one last? How long? Why am I having it now? What triggered this one? What kind of symptom am I gonna have? Why I'm having it? And then once it's gone, I slowly calm down. But in my head, I'm like, okay, when am I gonna have the next one? How's the next one gonna be? It's like, for example, if I have one in the middle of the night, I'll wake up and have one else. I'll think about it while I'm having one. Then the next morning I'll wake up, I'll like think about that one too, and then I'll trigger myself to have a panic attack because I'm thinking about it, right? And even right now, I still kind of do it, but not as often as I used to. It's like you're thinking about so much that even when you're calm, you're thinking about it, and then you're tricking your mind into. Your mind is like you program your mind into wanting to feel panic even when you're calm. When you're panicky, you're telling your brain to panic even more. But when you're calm, you're tricking your mind into wanting to become panicky. Because even sometimes when you're calm, you're like, wow, why do I feel calm? And when you're panicky, you're like, why do you feel calm? So it's like the opposite. When you're calm, you want to feel panicky because you're not used to being calm. And when you're panicky, you're like, why can't you be calm? So it's like your mind you don't know what you want. Not that you don't want to know what you want. It's just how your mindset is. So I was like that too, for the. I say I was like that for maybe up to a year, and then I slowly stopped. But yeah, I'm just gonna like walk around the field, just get ready to go home because the sun is already setting and it's like about 7:05 and it'll get dark pretty soon, and it's pretty humid, and yet again I'm wearing a long sleeve. I don't even know why. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna head back home, clear my mind, and tomorrow I have to go pick up my niece. She goes to the same school that I'm currently at right now, so which is like a minute away. But that day when I picked up her Friday, it also made me panicky. I was fine, but just being surrounded, and then my mind was like telling me why is it so hard to pick up my niece, but and then I start remembering like the last years and years of picking my daughter when she came to the school, the niece that I picked up and then my other niece and my two nephews. But you know, my daughter is no longer in elementary. She's a lot. She's older. My my nephew is in middle school now, so he goes to a different school. So he rides his bike, walks home from school, and then my other nephew, the oldest one, he walks home, and my youngest niece, she gets picked up by someone else. Or you know, all that stuff is like created memories. I guess when I went to pick her up by myself, I started having memories of like those times when I could just go pick them up and not have a worry in my mind. So yeah, I think it's just just the memories that I'm having. Yeah, it's about making me feel the way I'm feeling. Cause like I'm like I'm starting to think that my anxiety is created from like me thinking about stuff I can't control. And when I'm thinking about it too much, it's like my mind is like giving me all these symptoms, you know, so I won't focus on like those thoughts, but start thinking about like the symptoms. So it's like a way my mind is protecting me from my own mind by giving me the panicky feeling. Because you know when you're panicky, you're not thinking about like what you were thinking. You're thinking about, am I gonna live? Am I gonna die? Stuff like that. So I think that's why for us with anxiety, we're like once we start thinking about something, we can't stop thinking about it. Even when we do, it's something that we see, something we smell, something we ate could trigger it, or something we heard. You know. Well, I guess I'm about to head home now.